Helldivers 2 just dropped a massive new update, various new missions, and a freaking lava biome. Yes, a lava biome. We cover all of this in today's video, guys, so strap in. This is going to be a good one. Alright, Helldivers, we have a lot to cover in this video. All the new content, the biomes, as well as the most recent major order. But firstly, who would have thought we'd get brand new content straight after the Python Commandos War Bond? I did not actually really expect this, but hey, I don't think any of us would say no to new content. Okay, so let's kick things off officially with the new major order. Let's head over to the Galactic War Table, okay? I mean, there's a lot going on here. A lot of spicy new content. Again, we love new content, so Arrowhead, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. We have discovered automaton mining operations on planets with extremely high volcanic activity. Due to their completely inhospitable environments, these planets have not been closely tracked. These new magma planets have now been added to the galactic map. 3 have been identified: Fury, K and Mox. Now, I like Fury. I think that suits the magma planets right down to the T. I mean, yeah, it's just absolute carnage. You've got the robots shooting, you've got the lasers going everywhere. So cinematic, so chaotic. But K and Mox, I mean, kind of random. Literally kind of random. But yeah, I mean, Fury. Yeah, I like that name for the magma planets. The metallic automatons have taken advantage of their artificial forms to seize these lava-covered planets and steal their rich mineral resources from our citizens. Scans reveal extensive industrial operations across each of these planets, mining, refining, and material processing plants of unknown purpose. This exploited larceny, I can't even say, I'm just going to say larceny, will not be tolerated. The Helldivers are ordered to deploy to these planets immediately, seize the automaton industrial facilities so they may be turned towards democratic prosperity. Now, there seems to be quite a lot going on there, but you know, we can't let these robots, you know, these automatons take these mineral resources from our super citizens. If it weren't for the super citizens, you know, we wouldn't have no houses, we wouldn't have nothing. So yeah, we've got to protect our citizens, because if we don't do this, no more liberty. And you know, as Helldivers, we've got to keep important that free liberty. Now, if you remember, there was a message in the previous patch notes, okay? A kind of a mysterious message. You had to kind of look into the patch notes to find it. But it said something on the lines of, you know, there's new signals on unmonitored worlds. So I think this is linked and could be related. I mean, it's kind of in plain sight. I do think it's related, you know. So I actually thought initially when I read this, we wouldn't have any of this content for probably another month or so, because when there's obviously content teased or hinted at in the patch notes, it don't normally come out, you know, immediately. But what, it was 3 or 4 days later, and now we have magma planets and a whole new storyline, as well as obviously the new missions. Anyway, these were actually leaked almost, I think, about a year or so ago, from what I remember. I saw it all over the Helldivers 2 leaked Reddit page, all over YouTube. I mean, I even covered them myself on this channel many times, but it just goes to prove if a leak comes out right, it doesn't mean it's going to come out immediately. It could be, what, a year down the line. And I mean, you think about the aluminum, there was a leak for that about, what, 2 years prior. I mean, everyone thought the newest war bond was going to be the redacted regiment, because that was all around YouTube and everyone hyping that up, you know, another stealth war bond. And then yeah, we've got the Python Commandos War Bond, and I think Arnold Schwarzenegger would love this War Bond. If he played Helldivers 2, he'd probably also like Viper Commandos, you know, because those 2 War Bonds are right up his street. Anyway, Helldivers, let me know in the comments, did you see this leaked about a year or so ago, or is this completely new to you? I think many of you watching have probably seen this. I mean, if you're like been a dedicated Helldiver since day one, you've probably seen this environmental leak for, you know, floating around for quite some time. Next, we're moving on to the lava biomes. Yes, I played quite a bit of this actually myself. I thought it was really cool. Just makes the game so cinematic, so chaotic, especially when you play with no HUD. Yes, you do a lot playing with no HUD, and it's almost impossible trying to remember all the stratagems, you know, off by heart. It can be fun at times. I will say this though, be so careful with the lava, because you may think, you know, just walking past it's not going to do anything, but honestly, the radius of that thing, if you step on it even just a little bit, you will literally set yourself on fire. I mean, on the other hand though, it does make for great clips when your team, you know, sets themselves on fire and they've got no stims, and you're just sitting there watching them burn to death. So yeah, if your teammate gets set on fire, just sit there, relax, and watch carnage unfold. Just like throwing glitter on a cat. Chaotic, messy, and really entertaining. Alright, so the new missions is what we're all here for, okay? We love new content, and alright, we love new content, so thank you, Arrowhead, thank you. More liberty, the better, okay? Especially free liberty. I can't make these videos without liberty. Or playing it, you know, for that matter. So, yeah, Arrowhead, keep pumping it out. and we'll keep the liberty going. So there's various new mission types, all seem to be on the same planets. Fury is the only one unlocked as of right now, obviously. I think as time goes on, we will unlock the other planets and they'll be playable with these missions, obviously. Some of these new missions include the following: destroy bioprocessors of organic plasma, then extract. Now, there are a couple on here that are kind of copy and pastes. I mean, they're still very different from one another, okay? When I played them, they're still very different. But they are obviously quite similar like this one. The bioprocessors one, we've already got missions similar to the bots like this one. And there's also another one on here that's similar to defending against the automaton force. I believe there are only two, okay, two that are like copy and pastes. Other than that, the rest are complete fresh new content. At the end of the day, it's still something different, so I can't really complain. I mean, most of the new missions here are like completely fresh ideas. As always, there's going to be a couple of people who complain that, oh, there's a couple of missions that are just copy and paste, but at the end of the day, it's still somewhat 20% different. And majority of the missions here are new, fresh ideas. Sabotage, orgo, plasma, synthesis, disrupt production of organic plasma, and secure samples of the liquid for further analysis. Thirdly, there's this one: rapid acquisition, swiftly secure the platform at this site, and extract before enemy reinforcements overwhelm you. I think it's basically similar to the defend mission. Obviously, it's a different objective, but it's pretty much the same as the defensive mission, Another mission here: seize industrial complex, seize the automaton industrial complex in the name of managed democracy. Of course, everything for managed democracy. If you're not doing, your part for managed democracy, are you even a Helldiver? Alright, Helldivers, drop your thoughts below for managed democracy. Join the conversation, okay? Do you like this update? I really like it. I think we've needed some new biomes for a while. Obviously, we got the caves, the cave biomes, if that's what you want to call it, with the Hive Lord just not so long ago, which I really, really liked. But at the end of the day, we've had the same biomes for such a long time now. And I do think by introducing some new environments, it'll just make the game a little bit more fun to play, new environments to explore, and just in general, not playing on the same biomes 24/7. So just in general, having something to spice things up a bit is actually really nice, and I think really needed at this point. I'm not gonna lie, one of my favourite missions I've played today is actually the cargo mission. I really like that one. Essentially, you have to defend an area while taking the platinum and then delivering it to the cargo container. Once it's filled up, which I think it's 11, I believe, 11 platinum you need, you then obviously just let Pelican take it away. As simple as that, and you're done. And at times the objectives are really, really heavily guarded, okay, like really heavily guarded, which can make it a challenge if you're playing solo especially. And usually they will just drop loads of enemies on it. I mean, when I was playing solo, I got like 4 ships, dropped so many things. But being paired with the hot dog, for whatever reason, it just absolutely shreds against the boss, so it was no problem playing that mission. If I did though leave out any additional missions, let me know in the comments, but I sat there for quite a while refreshing 3 or 5 times, and I couldn't see no more, so I believe I've covered every single mission. Plus, you got to think about it this way: getting new content straight after a war bond, like 2-3 days later, is absolutely amazing. Normally they space these things out unless there's like a massive update coming. Think about it this way, okay? Think about it this way. We've got 3 major things: a patch to address performance and make some changes. Then we've also got the new Warbond Python Commandos, which is so amazing. And then obviously at the same time, we just got all this new content. We just got obviously a new biome and new missions. So what not to love, innit? All this free liberty, no complaints here. So let's hope Helldivers, Arrowhead Studios keeps their cadence high, starts becoming more apparent again, for content, because we love new content. So keep pumping out the content and we will keep Helldivers. Now moving on to the community comments. Yes, so managed democracy can prevail on YouTube. I'm just Steve Says. I've been screaming for the torture dog for over a year. It's so much better than I could have hoped for, and the TKS aren't nearly as bad as I was expecting. Arc Dog is far worse in that department. I don't particularly like the Arc Dog, just for certain reasons, just killing my team over and over again. I mean, this Flame Dog's going to be even worse for that, but I find it's a little bit better in that department of not killing your teams. And your teammates usually will try to stay out of the way. You get the odd teammate that will just wander in and get obviously shot by the flamethrower, but most of the time it's pretty good. I actually had quite low expectations, thinking this Flame Dog was just going to maybe do a little bit of damage, set them on fire, but not really do much. But I took on literally a Factory Strider with it, and within 15 seconds, I don't know if it was bugged out or the damage is too high at the moment. I don't know if it's going to get a nerf, but it's sent, right? It sent the Factory Strider flying, literally. So yeah, I'm really liking this. Phase Death says, let me tell you something, don't have two people use miniguns at the same time while bombs are going off. My Xbox Series X crashed when that happened, laughing my effing ass off. Either way, good update. Not gonna lie, can't wait to grind for super credits to get the new war bond. You know what? Get it, okay? It's absolutely amazing. I didn't actually initially get the war bond. I tried some things out from one of my friends, but I have it all unlocked now, and yeah, it's probably the best purchase I've made for the war bonds in the game. It's not my favourite war bond, okay? If I had to rate it out of 10, I'll probably give it maybe a 7, pushing 8. But in general, everything's fun to use, and I think it has the best guard dog in the game by far. Alright, Helldivers, that's it from me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more like this, smash the like button and subscribe for democracy, and I will keep cranking these videos out. So until next time, Helldivers, go and conquer the galaxy for managed democracy, and I will see you guys in the next video.